Alright, everybody. I'm gonna give you a different kind of content. Sorry for the shadows. I'm working with makeshift type of stuff. But anyway, so I decided to have a little bit of fun here. I've been on a shoe craze lately, so recently relaced some of my newer SBs that I recently got. Should be a video on that already out. But I'm gonna try something that I saw, because while I like the fact that these laces are pretty badass, and I like the the metal tips, the metal aglets on this shoe. I'm not a big fan of the color. Like, honestly, I feel like these would probably be better on a different kind of shoe that maybe I might try them. Well, I won't try them on, but different shoe, right? So I was like, you know what? What can I do to this one? And I looked online for different lace swaps, and the simplest one that I saw that looked so clean, beautiful, and amazing was, try not to show any, some white laces. Just plain white laces. I couldn't get like the Nike thickness ones. They're a little bit thinner, but they're supposed to be able to withstand abuse and whatnot. Even if they don't, I mean, as long as they last a good while, who cares? They're like $2. So I'm gonna just delace it, unedited, unfiltered, because why not? And if I'm being a little too loud, then I am sorry. But yeah, this is the Nike SB Escargot. I did a little review of it. It probably wasn't the best because I'm not good at reviews, and I don't put too much effort into like giving the best possible like lighting and all that. Even now, low lighting, right? But I imagine y'all can still enjoy it nonetheless. I'm on a time crunch though, because I have some laundry right now in the wash, and in a couple of minutes, probably like 20 minutes, I have to go get it. So I can put it in the dryer. I probably should have waited until that time, but I can do at least one shoe and then come back and do more. Luckily, there's a pause button, so that makes things a lot easier. But yeah, I'll be honest, for anybody that's curious, this is the reason why I love this particular shoe that I haven't seen other shoes have it. Other SBs that I have don't have this. It's like a plush inner, and it's thick. And I like the fact that it's thick and it's almost memory foam-ish, but it's thick and it really really cushions the foot well, or the heel well, sorry. And I love it, love it. I wish they would do more stuff like this, especially with like a lot of the shoes. They're gorgeous, and they need to do this instead of just that regular mesh material, you know. But that's just me personally, because I really love the plush interiors. Yeah, I'm gonna save these laces for another time. My goodness, I think it's tough to get out. How do you even get these out? Wow, I don't think I'll be able to get them out. This is really tough. There we go. There we go. Just need the littlest push. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Trying to make sure I'm well within frame. There, perfect. Just pop them out. Alright, almost done with this. There. Little tip that I just learned when you're pulling these out, specifically if you get the escargot and you want to get the metal bits out, because they do stick a little bit, just grab them right here, and then just grab both sides and try to pop it through, like push in. Okay, and it'll, yeah, there you go. Very good. This is the old lace. Again, really cool. The metal aglets. Hold on, let me see if I can get these in focus. Metal aglets, but I'm not too, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the color. I'm gonna try to get these white laces. Look a lot better. I thought they'd be a little too short because I tried to measure them side by side. with the originals, but they still come out okay. Just need to remember how to do this properly, because, yeah. Alright. All we gotta do is a little bit evenly, too. Once you get this going, though, it's like the easier part. And when you pull them up, just make sure they're all lined up. A little bit more. Let's see. Perfect. Alright, so it's trying to get them all lined up. So the first one, this is how I noticed the pattern was. The first one from left to right, under. The first one's going to be, the left one's going to be under. Now let's try to straighten out my laces so they come out nice and clean. These are really, really thin. A lot thinner than I was expecting, but it is what it is. We work with what we got. And I'm kind of getting tired of ordering so much stuff online because deliveries aren't very reliable. Honestly, they're not. I've never seen the full tongue of this. Looks cool. Alright, so this one's under. And then there we go. Over here. And it goes over. And this is pretty relaxing too. Not much to do in this case once you get the pattern down. It's like from left to right, it's under the first one, then over, and then under again. And you don't cross it here until you get to the fourth one. On the fourth one, on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when you go past the fourth one, when you're on the fifth hole, that's when you start like putting them in between. I always kind of just feel it out from the very bottom, make sure it's nice and straight. It's under, over, under. That's going to be over, so this one's first. This is the one we push them through. Not super thick, so that's where you get. Like I said, you work with what you got. Over, under, over. Heck yeah. Getting through it. Okay. Is it looking so far? Looking all right? So it's under, over, under, over, and under. And yes, I have to. When I relace my shoes, at least the last couple of ones that I've done, I have to do it over. I have to tell myself over and over because honestly, I need. That's how I keep track. Y'all may do it in a different way, but that's how I do it. And just to make sure, because the worst thing you can do is waste more time, and I want to get it right the first time. Oh, the one that came out. There we go. Nice and symmetrical. This one's a tad bit longer, but it's not a big deal. And there you go. Oopsies. I also bought some other ones, but they were way too long. Like by a lot. Okay, here's the side by side. The white versus the orange like a kind of darker orange. I feel like the white just accents it so well. I wanted to get my hands on like a deep green lace, but I wasn't able to. Yeah, so I worked with this. This is pretty much like every store is gonna have black and white laces in general, and luckily a white lace does this shoe wonder. I mean, look at that. It's clean, it's beautiful. It just works. It's gorgeous. I gotta do the other one. Let's see. I just noticed the different pattern where they, in the last one they don't put it through it. You know what? We can change that actually because it's pretty interesting. So that way you can lace them from within. So what I saw. Push this in. There you go. You have the inners like this. That's how they're laced. That's how they came from the factory too. So small little step, I guess. So it's under, over, under, over, under. So it still works with the pattern. And yeah, if you want your laces to be like come out from within, just instead of putting it through under, you just do it over and in. I'm doing it the same way that the shoe came. It's just easier for me. Alright, y'all could just give me a moment. Alright, we're back. A little bit longer than I thought it would, but for y'all it's gonna be instant. Alright. Sorry for the heavy breathing, but I have to go up a lot of stairs. But I'm as fit as a fiddle. I'll tell you, the metal agate that's coming out of these particular bits, these shoe holes, a lot more easier, a lot easier than the other one. Don't even really have to fight it. I'll push it through. Well, maybe. Okay, now I do. There you go. When it's the double leather ones, that one's the one that's a little bit more of a chore. But it's not a chore because it's fun. Oh, that's really easy. Yeah, there you go. Alright, next one down. This shoe. So I can see the inners because I never really see it in videos, but nice material. The ticklies. Yeah. And this other material here. I don't know what this is called, but I remember I don't know how old y'all may be. Maybe I'm giving my age away, but I remember when I was young, there would be like when you'd visit people's homes, some people would, usually the older generations would have chairs with this kind of material on it, like as a padding, like obviously with cushion underneath, but it would have this over it. I don't know. Let me try to see if you can get a better look at it. See? I don't know. To me, it always reminds me of, because I had a couple of family members. Some of them are not here with us anymore, but they used to have chairs, like way back in the day when I was like really, 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 really little. They used to have chairs that would have, like, had cushions that had like this kind of material over the cushions. I don't know. I always thought that was just kind of weird when I first saw the shoes because I like these shoes, but I just thought that was odd. Let's see. Oh boy, oh boy, too much. Icarus flew too far to the sun, too close to the sun. Alright, let's see, is it first one get on top? Not too much of a pull. Is it even? Hell no. Is it even? Ugh, no. Alright, just a little pull. There, now it should be as close to perfect as I'm gonna get it. Alright, so this one first, under, left to right. That's, at least that's my method. I should try this. Now that I know I got like 40 some minutes, I can take my time with this one. The other one I did kind of take my time. I went through it a lot more quickly than I thought I would. A little bit of a pull. Under. So this first one, the left one is under, and then the next one can be over, so that means the left side's gonna go first. I will say this though, because I watch a good amount of ASMR sometimes. It honestly is relaxing, regardless of what anyone tells you. But right now, I want to give a humongous shout out to all the ASM artists who live in apartments and have noisy ass neighbors. I don't necessarily have super noisy neighbors like before. I used to have it real bad, but like I don't know how y'all do it and can still keep doing it. Like my props to you, because I know what it's like when you have noisy neighbors. It sucks. It sucks, and when you have to do something like this where you want it to be calm and you don't want sudden noises, because I know if I hear a video with sudden noise, like my blood pressure goes up. I know it's weird, but it's like a panic. It's like a panic thing, and I don't suffer from panic attacks anymore. I used to because I had long story. There's some video on my channel about it, but point is I don't suffer from that anymore. But when I did, I couldn't listen to anything that had like hard noises or like loud horns or anything like that or anything too sudden, because I would start freaking out a little bit and my blood pressure would go up and I just feel horrible. Under, over, under, over. Wait, under, over. Oh no. Okay, yeah, over. See, this is why I have to redo it over and over. So this is the one that goes through. But yeah, I don't like sudden noises. I still don't. I still don't. It's one of the things that stuck with me. If I wake up to like a loud noise, I'll wake up the most pissed off person you can imagine. But trust me, that's not a fun. Well, nobody's fun when they're pissed off. But yeah. So under, over, under, over. it's under, over, under. Can't really see it, but over, and then under. Perfect. That's how you do it. I always think it looks a little bit weird on top, but it makes sense because it puts it here. Because personally, I like when I wear the Nikes, I like to have the swoosh kind of pushed up against my ankle, so that way when you see it, it's not gonna be like this. Like the profile isn't gonna be like this. You'll see that it's a Nike. Not only that, but I've always wanted shoes that were like this when I was a little kid, and I guess it comes from that. Like I've always wanted the big poofy swoosh to push up. So I would always see like movies and commercials of kids who had like this kind of stuff, or like skaters who had this kind of stuff. And I was like, that's so cool. So that kind of stuck with me. But yeah, that's lace swapping. The Nike, the Nike SB Dunk Lows Pros Escargots. It rhymes. Yeah. Let me just try to get a good little push a picture on here. Nice.